Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna be first of all introducing to one of my characters. Her name is Galia. She's a gargoyle. And today, what I want to be teaching you guys is how to rig eyes in After Effects. First things first, let's start with in Photoshop prepping the file so it can be properly bring into After Effects for rigging. Let's first of all put like an obnoxious color on the background, light blue. We can lock that guy. Now let's copy the artwork. Let's have always a fresh copy, and let's start with the eyes. So this is done in vector, but so the selection is very crisp. Either way, we're gonna use the pen tool to make the selection. The first thing that we want to do is to cut holes on the head, right here, here, here. Making sure you do the selection properly. Okay, that's the first one. The less points that you guys add, the better. The easier that is to handle the mask. I'm using the A for selection, and I hold Alt, and I can break the tangents there. Wait, why is it not breaking? Oh, I think because they're broken already. Okay, that's why. You hold Alt if the tangent is not broken, but I broke it already when I did that. You see? You see that over there? Perfect. Okay, so we have our selection. Let's click outside, make sure that we have the two masks selecting, and we're gonna go with the pen tool. P, right click on it, make selection, hit enter, and Control X to cut. Great. And now we go underneath and we go Shift Control V and we paste. Now we have the eyes separated. We're gonna clean it up, don't worry. And we have her head by itself. Okay. Another thing that we want to do, let's see if we can use this time the magic select, the lasso, and let's select the, I want to select, come on. Okay, I want to select with the lasso, the magic one. I want to select the eyelashes, but I don't want to be continuous. I want to be continuous because I don't want to select everything that is black. Only the eyelashes and the eyelashes. Control C because we're gonna copy, and Control V to Shift Control V to paste them in place. Now we have the eyelashes there. Okay, let's name this guy eyelashes, body, eyes. That's okay for now. Let's hide the eyelashes, and now I want everything to be, oh, you know what, let's lock the pixel. That way, we click here, so we only paint where the pixels are, and you can switch to the pen tool, and now we can get rid of this eyelash because we want to animate the eyelash when we're doing the blink. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're gonna get that shadow now, don't worry. Let's paint this guy. You know what, let's paint this guy this color right here, so it looks like the line, right? This is gonna be the line now of the head. Now we get that color. We move to a soft edge brush. There you go. That's good enough. We're never gonna be this close. We can smoosh a little bit. Okay, now we need to unlock the pixel lock because we need to get rid of these eyelashes. This one here, that's good. That's good. Switch back to my brush. Actually, let's go this color here. That's good. We're gonna clean it up later, but now and we need this guy to get out of here too as well. All right, perfecto. Moving on. Now we need the pupils. Let's see how the eyelashes look. You see, the eyelashes are perfect. Actually, let's just make sure that there's no orange there. Let's just, with pixel lock, let's do a one pass over the eyelashes to make sure everything's black. Okay, now let's create a new layer. We're gonna go and we're gonna name this one white, and then we're gonna come with a pen tool. We're gonna come here. This is gonna be behind. This is gonna be the white behind the head. So let's get the white. Actually, let's copy this color, whatever it is. Maybe it's not white. It's a little bit. It is exactly white, but I just want to make sure. And then with the, pen tool. Pen tool selected. We're gonna do fill path, and hit enter. Boom. We have the white. So if I hide this, that's how it looks. That's good. Moving on. Actually, I saw earlier a little bit of white there. Let me just lock pixels and clean that up. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's bring the eyes above, and here we're not gonna cut them. What we're gonna do, we're gonna build them. Let's get the light color first, and we're gonna hit U on the keyboard to get the ellipse tool. And if you don't get the ellipse tool, just keep hitting Shift U. You see how here is moving, so you get custom shape, square, square with soft edges, and ellipse. So I go and make the ellipse closer as possible. I think that's good. Beautiful. And we do the same with this. Actually, you know what, before doing that, let's focus on this guy for now. Let's group this guy and let's name it, this is the right underscore pupil, because it's the character right. And then let's do another layer, right? And then we want that layer to have this guy as a mask, so we're gonna hold control. You see how I get, this the cursor get this dashes line. Okay, that means that I make the selection. Now I go here and I click this little toggle here, this bottom, that creates a mask, taking in consideration that circle. Perfect. Now we go here. You have to click on the layer to make sure that you're painting, and we're gonna select this dark color here. We're gonna go wider. Boom, boom, boom. Let's hide the body for now just to make sure, and the eyelashes. Oh, and then the eyes for now. Yeah. Okay, those are the eyes. Okay. Let's make that color very nice, and we can even come here, and with the ellipse tool, let's add a glow on top of it. Beautiful. So if I hide this, bring the body, bring the eyelashes, select the right pupil, I can now, holding Alt, I can click and drag. I have the other one, and we just need to match the color. So let's lower the opacity first. Okay, how I lower the opacity, you can come here, lower like this, or you can click here and click the B on your keyboard and then a number, and then it will be 40% because I hit 4. Anywho, now let's decrease the size of this pupil. Just let's see outside, so I get an idea. Holding Shift so it doesn't lose this shape, and then you can like deform it a little bit. I think that's good. You can hide the eyes, and we can increase the opacity and name this guy underscore L. Okay, so we have pupils ready. You know, we can move them around. Ignore that path, but you know that's how it's gonna be looking. I can move them down here. I can move them there. Perfect. So they're working. We're gonna move them individually because I don't want this like crazy look on her face in After Effects, but I just want to make sure that it's working. And actually, this is why it's not working, because we need to just slightly adjust the artwork. There you go. I can come here, unlock this guy, and just rotate the shadow a little bit. That looks better. Okay, let's save this guy and let's continue doing the eye blink now. Okay, so once we are done cutting the pieces for the eyeballs, let's go ahead and do the blink. First of all, we're gonna go to Windows and we're gonna open the timeline. Once we get here, we're gonna click Create Video Timeline. No, actually, we're gonna, and then after that, we're gonna click this little convert to frame animation. That's right, and we're gonna change the time to 0.5 seconds, right? And forever. That's good. Okay, let's name this properly. We are going to name these guys eyes underscore open, because the eyes are open right now and those are the eyelashes. We're gonna come here and add another frame. We're gonna hide this frame. Very important that you guys follow this step by step. Hide the frame before duplicated. That way it doesn't duplicate in every single frame. And then we unhide this guy, and we now start naming. Actually, we could name this guy eyes closing. They're not closed yet. And what we need is, let's get rid of. What we're gonna do is just start closing the eye. Oops, we first have to unlock the pixels. Once you unlock the pixels, let's delete that upper part. Let's delete this part here as well. And let's leave the rest. And the eye, well, let's switch to the pen tool to add that closing little piece that is missing. We're gonna put it here. Boom. There you go. That might be a little bit too thick. We can always go back and see where it was. Okay, that's too thick. It's gonna look like she grew eyelashes. So I think somewhere around there. That's good. We can delete this part here. We're gonna do right click, fill path. Perfect, we can delete that path. We don't need it right now. Don't worry about this. I will take care of it. 1 second. We then are gonna do the same here. So somewhere around there, I think. Whoops. Somewhere around there. So it looks like it's the same eye and they're closing. Let's go a little bit higher. Right click, fill path. Boom. We can delete that path. And let's delete this part here as well. So it looks like they're all closing. Let's create a group, you know, Control G to create a group, and let's copy this name and put it here, because we need the eyelid, right? So how are we gonna do that? I like to always duplicate. I don't like to create a new layer, because then that layer is gonna be visible everywhere. I like to duplicate a layer that is hiding. Now I have a new layer. That layer, I unlock the pixels and Control A to select everything on that layer and delete, but the layer is not deleted, only the pixels are deleted. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna create with the lasso tool. Oh wait, let me just select everything. Okay, with the lasso tool, which is L on the keyboard, or you can select it here. We're gonna come do a quick selection here. We're gonna do the same thing around here. It's okay if you You can erase her afterward. And then we're gonna put that layer underneath this layer. We're gonna select this color and we're gonna boom, paste it. So that is almost working. You know, if we check, she start like closing her eyes, but clearly this here is not working. So we need to, I like to use the smoosh tool. So you can access here. It doesn't come by default with a shortcut. I have a shortcut because I quite use it a lot. See, I can blend that and delete this because it shouldn't be getting to the line. Perfect. Okay, so we have 2 eyes. Now what will be the next one? Eye blink is 4 frames, so we're gonna do 1 more frame, and let's duplicate in this guy. Let's hide this guy, right? And let's make sure at the beginning this guy shouldn't be visible. And frame number 2, only this guy should be visible. And frame number 3, none of these 2 guys should be visible. And we duplicate with the layer not visible. And then we're gonna call this guy eyes close. All right, and now we make it visible. So we just have to now imagine how would this look if it was the eye completely closed. I can tell you how it's gonna look because this is, I create these characters. So it's gonna be here. Let's get that right. Oh, one note, if you guys create a path that you like, because I kind of like that path that I just create, I come here on the path menu and I can double click here and name it eyelashes. That way you don't lose the path. Then you can click out, but you can always come back here and find the path, right? Now we can delete everything outside. Done. And let's do, before we fill the path, let's do this guy as well. So click here. We're just gonna use her cheeks as a reference. Click there. We follow this path as close as possible. When we close the path, we drag here. We can actually add a point there just to lower it. So this one looks so pointy, and I don't like how pointy that guy looks because it looks different. Which, all right, you see we're still on the same. Let's delete this guy. Right, with P, hit P on the keyboard, or select the pen tool, right click, fill path. Boom. Oh, sorry, I fill it with the wrong color. Make sure that you have the color that you want here, which is black. Right click, fill path. Boom. And now actually let's call this layer here, which is the one, because we duplicate the group. Let's call this guy eyelid, and let's just select the color and keep painted completely. So we get the eye closed. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit more tricky because it's on the edge of the head, but we're gonna use our pulse and our steady hand. We're gonna make that beautiful with a pocket. Can come here, and then I can release a little bit of the line. Oop, that's too much. Okay. Oh, look at that, how cute. Actually, you know what, I want to add a little bit of shadow, so I think we can come here, select that, select this color here, and then on the eyelid we can come here, do a little bit of cute shadow there and there. So let's see what we have. Oh, how cute. Okay, so we're missing one frame here. We're missing the eye opening. You know, there's a ease in going down, and there's going to be a ease in going up. All right. So how do we going to do this? You know, we want, I will tell you how do we going to do that. So, you know that now we add one extra frame, and we hide this guy, we duplicate that guy, we unhide it, and we call this guy eyes opening. And very easy, what I would do, I would just select, no, I will come to the eyelashes, select it, increase a little bit, increase them a little bit here as well. Then, oops, no, we have to delete the eyelid. We're deleting here everything below the eyelash. We delete it. We may have to add a little bit R there, but this is a good start because we don't have to start the shape from scratch. We can go with the smoosh tool and smoosh it there, okay? Okay, now we can change the speed to make sure it looks right. And we can hold this frame for 1 second just to give us some breathe. That's good. There's one thing that I'm missing is here we can have a little piece of the eyelash. So what I would do is I will come here, right? Come, select the two parts that I'm missing, this one, right? Control C to copy, come here, and inside the group we go Shift Control V, and we have the black here. This one went a little bit, and we combine that with the eye close. I mean, that is, why is it? Oh, it's called the eyelashes. It's not a big deal. And then, voila, we have our cue character eye blinking. Something. This is to bring into After Effects because this is actually not quite right because the eyeball is supposed to go down with the eye blink, but we're gonna do that in After Effects because we want to move the eye blink. I mean, we want to move the pupil with the eye blink, but this is good, you know. Let's make sure, are we not missing a little bit of shadow there? Maybe a little bit shadow on this eyelid. Like select this guy. Let's just add a little bit of shadow there. So just, you know, pretty. All right, let's bring it into After Effects. Okay, so you think we are done? Wrong. You know, this is not ready for animation. The first thing that you have to do once you're done cutting into the pieces is you have to save it again, and we're gonna call Galia underscore pieces underscore v01. That way I know these are the pieces that we're going to be using. We don't need the original artwork anymore. What do we need is, first of all, the left pupil. We need to merge that together, okay? The right pupil needs to be merged together. The eyeballs, we can erase those. We don't need those anymore. Eyes open. Okay, we need to get rid of the groups, but we cannot merge them while they're hidden. So we have to go to the frame that they're visible. Control E, all that is being merged. Then you go to the next frame. Control E, all that group is being merged. Then we go to the fourth frame. Control E, that is merged. Perfect. Now we go to the first one. We select everything else, delete all the other frames, and here we unlock everything, and we can get rid of even the background. We don't need it anymore. Let's double click that guy. Oh, that's why I had a lock. Okay, and now we save it. Now we're good to open After Effects.